Welcome to Intuitive Wisdom Tarot. My name is Jen. I'm going to pull some cards for fire signs. All right. Today we're working with the energy of the full moon, which is all about clarity, harvesting, and receiving. This full moon will be on February 1st, and it is in the sign of Leo, the brave-hearted lion. This full moon asks you to harvest and receive what you've been growing. It encourages individuals to embrace their unique talents, prioritize joy, and lead with their hearts. Themes of confidence, creativity, and self-expression are being revealed at this time. So manifestors, open your heart and let it in. Right, we're going to start with a Moonology Oracle card. Let's see what we're getting for you. All right, fire sign. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So something is culminating. You have been working on something. And it's something that you have been asking for. All right, let's find the interpretation in the guidebook. See what we're getting. Here we go. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak or has just done so. And things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time. As hard as it might be, forgive someone for what they did. Could be the key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. And that is the big message behind forgiveness. You forgive for yourself. You forgive to release that heavy energy, and that's what this moon is really asking you. Attune to the moon. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. Additional meanings for this card. Place them where they resonate. Doors which slam shut now will be reopened. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Seek control and let events unfold. All right. Fire, we're going to jump into tarot. Let's see what messages are coming through for this full moon. What clarity is coming through? All right. So our first card out is the Five of Swords. This is the energy you are embodying as you move into this full moon cycle. We then have the Star, which is what is culminating, what is coming to an end, lessons received, what you're harvesting. The Ace of Cups is what we have next, and this is in the space of what's going to help you culminate, what's going to help you end and receive the things that you need for this full moon. And our advice from Spirit is the Queen of Swords. All right, so yep, there's definitely a conclusion coming through. There could very well be a conversation that needs to be had, or it has been, and it's time to release just those energetic and mind cords. Okay, there's some conflict that's happening, and so it's really time to release that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. All right, so this is what is underneath it all. And as we take a look, we have 3 swords cards out on the table, okay, as fire signs. Again, you're all about drive, passion, and going after what you want. Sometimes you can be impulsive. Anyone can, but with you being like, go, 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 I want to go, you're the drivers of the zodiac. There could very well have been a situation that you handled that may not have been very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. This is what's underneath it all. And there is a very fast, very, again, quick energy. It's about clarity. It's about following your truth, what you want. So you have really started out on a path. This card also is really, or a message coming through is really saying, slow down, okay? Something has come full circle, and I'm really getting there could have been a better way to handle the situation, but you just wanted to get it over with because it was painful. There was some toxicity that was with this, and so there could be some apologies that need to be said. Maybe that's on you, maybe that's on the other person that's within the situation or group. It very well could be, but underneath it all, there's this energy of, I want to get past this, okay? But have some grace and some finesse as you're moving through, having conversations, or receiving those message, or maybe there's writing. So again, slow it down. The Five of Swords is the energy that you have in walking into this full moon. So what is coming to a climax, what is ending, is you have been in a situation where two things. One, you could very well have been this person. There was an idea, there was an inspiration, there was something that you have been working on. It could very well have been a relationship you were in. However, you're like, I'm going to win no matter what. And in the process, you have created some turbulence. You've created some challenges within this relationship. And yes, your intentions were, I just want to get it done, I'm going for it. But now you're standing back going, that kind of hurt my heart, okay? So right now, being that the full moon is really, again, we have this brave-hearted lion that it's in. We want to really think about our emotions, like how we're coming across, okay? Again, they're very well, this energy that you're coming in with is you are going, I need to apologize. If you're in this situation, that's because, again, would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? That's a question that you can ask yourself during this time. If it's, I would rather be happy, which typically is what we would like, then take all of those things, write it down on a piece of paper, and again, release it. This could very well be a ritual where you, again, burn a candle and you set that intention of what you're releasing within that. Or in a very safe way, you can actually burn a piece of paper that has all of that down. Now, if you're on this side and there has been a situation where you have been hurt, okay, you are saying, I don't want to have anything to do with that. You have a bad taste in your mouth. So there very well could be somebody who needs to apologize to you. Can we control other people? No. Would we love for them to be like, oh, you know what? I was totally in the wrong. I'm really sorry, to help fix that? No. So really, it's important that, again, this might be a time where you write out that conversation, or maybe you do some mirror work where you're having a conversation with that person. and what you would like, and then how you can express yourself and really get out what you need to say, so that again you can have that energy of forgiveness. That's what's important here. And again, you're forgiving for yourself, not for the other. It's so that you can break those energetic cords. Now, what is culminating is a dream, okay? Or a situation of healing. So, excuse me. During this full moon, again, it's a time of harvesting what you have been building. And again, two meanings here. One, we have this person who is nourishing a dream. They're nourishing their emotions, they're nourishing the groundedness, they're nourishing their environment. You have been working on something. It very well could have been a career. It could have been a business that you were building. It could have been a very creative endeavor. And there was a falling out that has happened. So during this time, you are asking for, one, clarity on your next move. What do I need to do to make it right? What do I need to do to heal, to bring back hope and inspiration? Now, this is for yourself, but it's also for the others that have been involved with the situation. We have nourishment here. So at this time, it is very important that you're hydrating, that you're eating nourishing foods, fruits, vegetables, proteins, hearty things. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. We have stars up here, and sometimes that could be where this situation has caused me to have sleep disturbance. So one thing that you can do is, if you're having trouble sleeping because your mind is going, it's replaying what's been happening, what's been said, what hasn't been said, what do I need to do? Before you go to bed, take a piece of paper and write it out. Write it out. Don't worry about structure or anything. It's not a masterpiece. It's a sleep. I'm going to let it go. Then set that aside and go to sleep. Create a ritual or routine around sleep where you might take a shower, take a bath, really nourish yourself so that you can release that and you can heal. Now, if you are the one, again, that has been the person, like let's say it was a relationship, it could have very well have been with one person. Maybe you've ended a relationship or they've ended it. Or this was a business that you were creating and there was a falling out with a business partner. That's where it's asking you again, you nourish you during this full moon cycle. It's encouraging you to embrace your talents and prioritize joy. Okay, lead with your heart. If your heart is saying, I need to apologize, do so. Be that step, be that big person and step into that role and say, look, I'm sorry. That is a superpower, and that is something that you are really calling in. And the situation feels like it's been here because there's lessons you're learning. There's things that have coming. It's helping you become stronger on your path. Now, what's going to happen, or what is something that is going to help you again manifest that clarity and manifest you ending that cycle, culminating, is leading with your heart. Spirit is coming in, the universe is coming in saying, hey, here you go. I'm giving you a brand new emotional opportunity. This is the Ace of Cups, new beginnings, new flow, new energy. Apologize. And what is it that you do to make it right? I work with students, and I always ask that question when they have had a conflict or anything like that. you know what? You've been able to acknowledge that you were in the wrong. Now, what are you going to do to make it right? And lead with your heart. Your heart is here to say, hey, you know, connect with it. If you're not feeling it and you're like, but I don't know what I'm feeling, I don't know where to begin. The first step might be, again, forgive yourself. Give yourself the apology. Give yourself the grace to say, I know this, that you haven't handled the situation in the best way possible, but now let's see what's that tiny step that you can take. This is also a card of nourishment. Okay, we have a lot of water, and water also is about our feelings. So there have been hurt feelings, whether they have been on your side or their side or both. And so there's big messages coming through that it's time for you to nourish those feelings, acknowledge them. Some of you may not even be acknowledging them. Again, being the bigger person and apologizing if that's what you need. Support your five senses. Sit in a hot tub, swim, take baths, showers. Allow the water to release any energetic residuals that have come from this situation. Again, conclusions are within reach. That means there could just very well be one tiny step that happens. And as you are working through that, your advice is to really nourish you and whoever or whatever is involved in this situation. Now, advice from Spirit is you're calling in clarity. Perfect time. This is a full moon. Full moon's all about clarity, all about what are the lessons that I have learned. Now, they're advising you to have a conversation. The Queen of Swords is a communicator. She is one that, again, sticks to the facts. She is very well aware of her emotions, but as she's communicating, she is not letting her emotions get involved. And that is a big advice here. Do some emotional work on your own, do some mirror work, write it out, do all of those things, practice what that conversation looks like. And then once you feel, and again, you have a very sturdy energy when it comes to the Queen. She is one of the highest of the swords suit. And she is all about, again, having those nourishing conversations, some of them could be very tough, but she's diplomatic as she goes about it. She has a compassion about what and how it needs to unfold. And that is what is being advised at this moment. All right, fire signs. That's what I have for you today. Conclusions are within reach. It's time to take that one tiny step. And as you go for it, make sure you're nourishing yourself and others as you go through. All right. Please like, subscribe for more intuitive wisdom. Until we meet again, with much love and appreciation, be well. Bye-bye.